What's going on to you, Taurus? So you have the Sun, King of Cups, Ace of Cups, Ten of Swords, Four of Cups, the Star, Seven of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Eight of Wands, and last but not least, we have the Nine of Swords. So what I'm seeing here for you, Taurus, is that you have the Sun, the King of Cups, the Ace of Cups. Some of you, Taurus, may have some sort of chance to speak to somebody else, but a lot of you, Taurus, may be thinking that you may have this mentality of what's the point? Because the Sun, the King of Cups, and the Ace of Cups represents you, Taurus, are very attractive. You're very cute right now. You know, a lot of you Taurus are very attractive right now because you're living your life, you're having fun, and you're not really worried about trying to bring dysfunction into your life or bring dysfunction into other people's lives. Not that you Taurus, usually do that, but at the same time, you're just happy that, you actually get a chance to have things really go your way, right? Where you realizing just how valuable it is for you to have the least amount of drama in your life possible. And that, the things that you want really is streamlined. It's very much so easy, clean. Your life very much so makes sense. And the things that you want, it's faster for you to manifest and get those things, right? So the King of Cups, you're also emotionally in a better position too, due to the fact that, again, there's not turmoil and anguish going around in your life. There's a lot of things making sense for a lot of you, Taurus. And that's the type of space that Taurus needs. A lot of you Taurus needs peace, and an Aries more than likely wouldn't necessarily work. Scorpio wouldn't really work because that doesn't necessarily mean that a whole lot of peace is there. Not saying that it can't work, but you are a zodiac sign that loves peace. So the Ace of Cups represents, but here it is that this person is trying to offer you this situation, but I just see how it is that, the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Cups and the Four of Cups, the Ten of Swords and the Four of Cups represents how this can mean one or two situations or both. So three situations. It can either be somebody tries to get in touch with you because they're interested in you. They tried to flirt with you and you turn them down, not because you're not into them, but due to the fact that you just want to be by yourselves right now, right? Or this could be you being not necessarily having someone else come up to you, but you just rejoicing in the fact that you're single right now and being okay with that. Or this is a combination of the two, where you Taurus like being single so much that even right now when some people are coming up to you, you're dubbing them due to the fact that you may be a little bit precautious of what they've got going on. So you may end up thinking that they are not really worth it. Touche. So the Star now, the Star and the Seven of Pentacles and the Emperor now represents, but a lot of you Taurus have to understand that, again, you're very attractive right now. So a lot of people, because of the fact that you're attractive, you kind of have to expect people who are going to try to talk to you, right? So the Star card, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Emperor now is about how a lot of you Taurus happen to be in a situation where, happen to be in a situation where you have people, like I said, coming up to you. They want to hang out. They want to get to know you, right? The Star card, the Seven of Pentacles represents because they have an opportunity to talk to you. And, they're in the street. They're about to pass you by. And they're like, nah. They want to go ahead and take some time to talk to you. The Emperor, however, represents how these people may have their own. You know what I mean? So the Eight of Wands, however, and the Nine of Swords represents, this could be a situation for you, Taurus, where, again, you may be thinking about, should you talk to them? See, okay, so this is that self-doubt. This is that doubt mentality that a lot of you Taurus may have, where a lot of you may be thinking, is this a good time for you to be out here dating? And truth be told, just as it is, I tell you, Taurus, all the time, just like I tell every zodiac sign, but for you, Taurus in particular, you, Taurus, have to pay attention to these people and really peep game. If, for instance, really be aware. The majority of the times when you go through some messed up stuff with people is because most of the times, right? It's because you really weren't paying attention to the quality of the person. When drama starts, it's either you caused it. When drama starts, it's one of three things. The both of you caused it, one of you caused it, right? Or both of you caused it, you caused it, or the other person caused it, right? But at the same time, you have to understand that this is why it is that you need to be attentive. This is why you need to pay attention, because you don't really need to worry. If for instance, if you start hanging out with the person looks like they're draped up, right? Like they're dripping, right? Designer, fashion designers, all this other type of stuff. Gucci, Amiri, Fendi, Prada, Dolce, all of that type of stuff, right? But at the same time, you go to their residence, you go to where it is that they live, and they only have water to drink in the refrigerator. There's no food. Then you know that this person is spending a lot of their money or a big portion of the cash that they get on trying to physically look rich, because they're just dripped out in a lot of this fashion designer wear clothing. So the thing about it is that it's up to you, Taurus, to understand what's going on, right? So the problem is that the Nine of Swords, a lot of you, Taurus, may not perceive yourselves as having the skills capable enough to be able to cut through the nonsense to see if a person is really A1 or if they're not. It's because you don't want to end up wasting your time. I understand all of that. Let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Emperor, which is them. So to clarify the Emperor, we have the High Priestess, Page of Wands, the Chariot, and then last but not least, we have the Seven of Wands. So the High Priestess now, right? The High Priestess and the Page of Wands. The High Priestess is about how, that's one of the things that you can do to see if this person is full of it or not, is by asking them questions. And this is very good that I decided to actually clarify this card, because I'm going to tell you why. Once you started to ask them questions, right, when you hung out with them, you more than likely, you will hang out with them. If you don't necessarily hang out with them, you may, you got their number or something like this. You may have given them your number, two of y'all texting, you asking them questions. They're answering you honestly. Page of Wands. You realize that these people are dysfunctional. Very good, because you asked them the correct questions. Okay. So the Nine of Swords has a different meaning to it now, because the Chariot and the Seven of Swords now represents how it is that a lot of you Taurus now understand the value in asking these type of questions, because because you understand that you cut through a lot of the nonsense, right? A lot of the nonsense by asking these people direct questions so that they can give you direct answers. And just the way that they answer the questions, right? Even in text message, you can still understand that, right? They're answering the questions. They're telling it to you what it is. And see, the thing about it is that the Nine of Swords here represents how it is that, yes, sometimes you may think like you have rotten luck, or you may have bad luck when it comes to why is it that, all the terrible people come over to you and talk to you. But at the same time, you Taurus also have to understand that there's no need for a lot of you Taurus to be doubtful of your skills of being able to get rid of or excommunicate the people out of your life, because you're doing just fine already, right? You ask them the difficult questions, and they never stood a chance.